we are finally doing a meal prep video. Y'all, this video has been very, very highly requested and I'm finally filming it. Today we're gonna be making 2 meals for 3 to 4 days. So I always cook for about 3 to 4 days because I don't like cooking for 5 to 7 days because then the food just starts tasting. In this meal prep, it's not gonna be boring food. I make it healthy, but I make it tasty. But anyways, today we are making beef kofta bowls and white fish with a little bit of a coconut sauce, and then I'm gonna pair it with a carrot salad. I also meal prep fruit, but I don't really meal prep breakfast anymore. If you do want to meal prep breakfast, I recommend doing an overnight oats, but let's get into this meal prep. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm excited. Okay, what you wanna do is make sure that you check your fridge for the food that you have, because sometimes we end up buying things twice. Well, at least I do. So I have my veggies that I need. So I'm gonna take everything out. And you also wanna plan in advance of what you are cooking. You don't wanna just like wait till last minute. Make sure you have your groceries, everything that you need. Or you can just wing it and then look in your fridge and think like, okay, I can do chicken, I can do rice, I can add some fruit. Obviously that's basic, but I like to mix things up a bit. So we are getting out all the herbs, which I need to wash, and just grabbing everything that I need. The meat that we're using today is gonna be ground beef and fish. Okay, I think we have everything. Let's start with prepping our veggies. The reason why I put baking soda inside of the water is because there's a lot of pesticides on, I know for example, parsley, I know strawberries, I think lettuce. So you wanna make sure that you're trying to get organic as much as possible. I place everything onto paper towels. I know it's like a waste of paper towels, but to be honest, I haven't found any other way to do it. So yeah, this is how we're drying the fruit. Now that we have washed all of our veggies and our fruit, you can either air dry this or you can place paper towels on top. We are going to place paper towels on top. Make sure you don't crush the blueberries. Okay, now that my veggies are dried, I am going to chop up everything. And I'm also gonna grate the carrots because we're making a carrot salad. And hear me out, this salad is good, okay? I am not a big fan of carrots, but with lime, some olive oil, salt, mint, it's so refreshing and so good. So yeah, we're gonna cut up our veggies now, and then I'll start prepping the meat because I'm mixing some of the veggies into the meat. So yeah. While I pick this mint, we can talk. A tip that I would share about cooking is you really have to romanticize it. Like right now, as I'm picking the mint, I could be frustrated because it takes a minute, or I can think about it as like, okay, I enjoy this moment with myself and appreciating nature, being able to have variety of meals. That's how I think about it. And think about it in a way of like, I am excited to fuel my body with nutritional things. Like I know it sounds corny a little bit, but it's just honestly true. Because if you think about it from a different perspective of like, oh, I have to meal prep, or this is not gonna be good, I'm gonna eat the same thing every single day. Like if you have that mentality, then yes, you're not gonna enjoy it. But if you cook foods that you love and that taste good and you put effort into it, eating it 3 to 4 times, you're actually not gonna get sick of it because you don't mind it because you actually like it. But if you're not putting in the effort and the energy to prep your food in a way that is exciting to you, it's not gonna be as enjoyable. At the end of the day, it's just discipline, right? Like all of us, we all have to do things that we don't love doing. I wanna know in the comments below, do y'all cook? Do you eat out? Are you trying to get better at meal prepping? I always wonder like, what you guys do for your meals. And by the way, I'm splitting things up because I'll use some for like the meat if I'm making it for the marinade, or some for salads. So for example, I'm gonna do half of the mint for the tabbouleh salad and then half of the mint for the carrot salad. And there's gonna be carbs, okay? I'm not only just doing salads. I stopped eating carbs for the longest, but then once I started incorporating more running, I was like, okay, no, I need energy. I was literally had no energy, and yeah, it was not good. Almost done. I'm getting frustrated with the tomatoes. So in this moment of frustration, I always tell myself, like, just calm down, okay? Everything's gonna be okay. Be patient with it. Go in with the intention of this is gonna be the greatest food that I've ever cooked in my life, okay? I'm gonna cook the meat perfectly. The fish is gonna be amazing. Sometimes I don't measure properly. So if you ever end up with extras, you can always make sauces. So for example, if I have extra tomatoes, I'm not gonna throw away the tomatoes. I'm gonna think about what can I do with them. I am gonna make a tomato sauce later on. So you'll save this, and then later on in the week, whenever you meal prep next, you have this, like the tomatoes, and you can be like, okay, what can I make? Oh, pasta. Make it with homemade tomato sauce. Now we've got some dill. So now I'm taking the carrots. If you have a food processor, then that will save you so much time. If not, then you might have to grate them by hand. So I'm just cleaning off the like dirt part of the carrot, just a little bit. It's actually therapeutic in many ways. I just finished grating the carrots. So here we have the carrot salad. It's not finished. Then I also prepped some more fruit. I eat a lot of fruit throughout the week. With the leftover mint, I'm gonna add it to the carrot salad. Now that I've added the mint into the carrot salad, we are not adding in any of the dressings into the salad yet because you don't want the salad to get soggy. So anything that requires any kind of dressing, you do not want to put it into the food so it lasts longer and it doesn't go bad. So I'm gonna leave a lime and then some olive oil on the side. I'll mix that together and put that in like a little container type of thing. We have the salads prepped. The only thing I need to do for the tabbouleh is the bulgur, and then I'm also gonna make white rice. I'm gonna leave the salads in the fridge so they stay cool while we start on the meat. Finally. Okay, now we're getting started on the meat. An egg, olive oil, parsley, green onion, salt, about 3-ish cloves, 4-ish cloves of garlic, some za'atar, black pepper, allspice, paprika. Then mix it with your hands. With the extra meat, I am going to put this in the freezer. Now all of the meat is basically done cooking, so we just have to put everything into the bowls now. Okay, so I put everything into these meal prep containers. They are caraway. I always get a lot of questions on these. They are basically like you can heat it up and it's like toxic proof. But I also have these like glass ones with like wooden tops on them, and I'm pretty sure those are toxin proof as well, which you can get those for cheaper, to be honest, because these are a bit on the pricier side, not gonna lie. They are worth it because they last long. Okay, so the first thing that we have is a beef kofta bowl. So I'm gonna start off with placing the lettuce. Now I'm taking the tabbouleh and I mixed the bulgur wheat inside of it already. And by the way, the dressing is on the side. So I'm gonna place this into the lettuce. Now for the dressing, this is also the dressing for the carrot salad. It's just lemon and olive oil. Now I'm placing the beef kofta onto the cucumbers. Okay, so I also am putting in a bit of yogurt with olive oil. This is coconut yogurt because I cut out dairy, so I am also gonna pair that with some pita bread. So I put the yogurt with the olive oil and then place the lid on top and then put that inside. And then I will also pair it with some pieces of pita bread. So meal number 1, we have the yogurt, we have the dressing to the tabbouleh, then we have pita bread, kofta meat, olives, cucumber. Nutritional and still tasty. Whenever you are covering the food, make sure that it's cold, because if you cover it while it's warm, then it will cause bacteria, especially if you put it into the fridge. For the second dish, we have coconut cod with lemon and dill and a little bit of garlic. And then I have rice. Who's in here? I'm trying to film a meal prep. Mr. Munchie. Excuse me, sir. You are making a lot of noise. Nice. Very last bit of the meal prep, we have fruit. So I cut up some watermelon. Then I also cut up some pineapple circles and my favorite, papaya. Here I have the strawberries and blueberries. I also have grapes. So that is everything that I meal prepped, and honestly I do a lot of fruit because I like to snack. Snacking on fruit is healthier than snacking on something like chips. That's why I make sure that I have a lot of fruit already pre-washed and pre-prepped because it's just easy to grab rather than grabbing something else. That is the full meal prep. So that is everything that I meal prepped for the week. And I hope you guys found this video informative. Let me know in the comments below if you liked the way that I filmed it. And yeah, this was actually fun filming it. It was just a bit chaotic, it felt like a little bit. But anyways, thank you again for watching and I will see you in the next video. Mwah.